just that last minute issues. We're gonna make it work.
It's clearly the HVAC code. So.
But yeah, what the heck? It's gonna be there for days. Sketchy.
Saving grace. Let's see.
Who knows if this thing's even gonna drive? I had like everything off. It seemed weird driving out back.
We need to leave in 3 minutes. So.
We'll be back in 3 minutes.
We'll know right now if it actually fucking starts up.
What happens in three minutes?
Let's go!
Alright, so we are good to go. I'm vlogging on the phone right now until we get to Mishimoto, mainly because I'm trying to hold my camera up and all that. It's just too much. And I can't remember if we grabbed any GoPros or not. I don't think we did, but if we did, then so be it. So, catch you guys when we get to Delaware. Greg is famous, y'all. He made it to the big time.
If you come into the corporate headquarters, this is the first building you would see. And we'll do a quick walk through and then go to
Greg was intrigued by bicycles, per usual.
parties and
Gotta get that one, hold it out. He's just gonna walk past us?
What is that?
Is that like, what is this? Yeah.
This is one of
Mobile
our robots
conference
where
hall.
basically, so
Wait,
if,
what?
we wanted to remote into a meeting. If you weren't in the building, you could log into this, drive it into the meeting, and your face is on that, and you could talk to everybody.
What? Can you imagine shooting a video with that? Walk around the shop.
You'd be at home. You would never come in.
I would never.
We were trying to get more of these and decorate them up, so it's, you know, so like I said, this building's probably the most quiet. It's like a lot of real corporate-y meetings go on here, a lot of decision making and like higher VP stuff, like all the VPs are sitting here having the meeting now. And then this is our lounge or our showroom. So we meet here every 2 weeks or so. We go over new releases, stuff going on in the company. We have a beer fridge.
There's a Nintendo 64.
We have
Tim
video
is
games,
sold.
a beer fridge, and then automotive-inspired trash cans, table, games,
Beer.
beer again, and we'll get together and we go over the company stuff in a fun environment. Play pool. We have tournaments. We had a ping pong tournament. We have a ping pong table next door. We have a pool table here.
He is so. What game is that they have in there? Mario Kart 2?
Yeah, Mario Kart. It's the second best game.
He's all about that Smash, but
We try to buy everything orange, but we did custom make the trash cans, the bar, the stage lights up.
What's the stage for?
So when HR gives an announcement or anybody who's presenting, they'll stand on that. It's not.
Oh, you're gonna say
but
like
it's
karaoke.
stage.
We could do that.
We could do
Start
karaoke.
that.
That would be better than the pool.
karaoke and beer. He's like, you're real interesting.
All of this is for you guys.
Presents. Well,
Well, this one's for Tim.
Hey, that's what you said.
So then whose is it? Is this one mine?
oh wait, because they're different size shirts too. Damn it! I needed a drawstring back in Costa Rica so bad.
Talk about camera equipment.
Now you guys can get your own gloves.
This is awesome.
I could always use them. This is
It's gonna be kind of hard to put back in the bag. So
oh, I forgot to put
it's gonna
my.
leave my excitement level. Thank you, bro.
It's not as pretty as it was, but it's
If they seen the rig right now, they'll know. Only one hand. The other one is free roaming.
I guess should we Put it in our car now, though?
Bikes.
This is the biggest building?
This is the biggest building we have on campus.
What do you guys call it campus?
It's like a college.
Greg, you wanna drive a bike by today?
What?
Dude, this makes our
To ride a
office
bike? Yeah.
just feel so shitty.
Oh wow.
So when you place an order,
Whoa.
I can't hold the door.
so wall to wall, and we're actually expanding as we speak. So we have deliveries coming in and going out almost every day.
Yeah, if you look down, like if you walk over down that way, like you can see how far it. Cause you can't really see past the wrapping until you get past it, and then it just kind of.
Oh, yeah.
It goes.
Dang.
This is like as big as Turn 14's warehouse.
Yeah, it's about as big as they're building in not Warminster, but
Wait, should I not be out here? I just saw that caution.
I was watching, waiting for someone to say something.
so this is our East Coast inventory, and we have Sparks, Nevada, and we have Australia, and we have a
Sydney and London.
Sydney and London. So we have both of those. But this has been a growing operation for the East Coast, where the headquarters has always been, but we've never had inventory where the headquarter was. So now we're starting to keep inventory here just to make sure our distributors can get product right the next day, or even end consumer can get it as soon as they order it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah. What, the propane?
No, the tape.
Oh, the tape.
For my car.
There you go, yeah. You need it the other way, it's supposed to reflect heat back in.
I don't care. I would use packing tape just to keep some of that heat out.
Hey, we needed this to burn the titanium. Oh yeah, we legit.
Oh yeah, I can see the signal.
Alright, so this is definitely the fun building. We do all our R&D, all development, product testing, everything. So our floor is awesome too. It's better than the other two buildings, I would say. Custom made staircase, it's all automotive themed. Exhaust tubing for the railings held up by wrenches. It was fully custom made for this building. More bikes. And just grab some safety glasses and head on out. If you have glasses, you're fine. You can see this is our fish bowl. This is where all the engineers actually sit and our video production, but it's surrounded by glass. So it's we wanted to give anybody who sat at a desk a good view of what's going on out in the shop too. Yeah. So it's like the perfect kind of mix of, yeah, I'm at a desk, but I can see car stuff going on out in the shop. We're really quick at getting test fit 3D printed parts on a vehicle, especially if it's a donor and we only have it for like a day or two, like something new comes out that we haven't bought. We can kind of scan the area right to SolidWorks, get a 3D printed file out, do some light fab, and test fit all within that time frame.
So you can bring in a car, 3D scan it, have like basically like CAD up a part, 3D print it, test it. These said all in the same day. It's crazy.
So that's motivation to get yourself a 3D printer.
Yeah, get myself one of these. I'm sure it's like $20,000
donor, but when we do get a donor, we use a lot of this row pretty extensively. A lot of scanning, a lot of measuring, a lot of SolidWorks, a lot of 3D print.
Is it the truck stuff more recent?
No, I mean, we're pretty heavy into trucks.
I feel like I just started paying attention a lot, and I see a lot of trucks. I'm like,
trucks are fun, a lot of diesel stuff. It's just a lot bigger. It's the same as car things, just bigger.
Yeah.
So we use Superflow, everything. Intakes, cores, any designs we're doing, diverter tanks for direct fit intercoolers. Everything gets flown. If we're making a stock upgrade of something, we flow that and make sure we're exceeding it. And we provide, we're like open source, like flow numbers, all our engineering data, everything's transparent. Like we're not trying to get one over on you. We give you like the real dyno numbers it made. We're not inflating anything. If it doesn't make any power, we'll let you know. So
this is a dyno that just basically takes
air
measurements. It's like a
wind tunnel, but for inside of a tube. Or
yeah, so we can put
cooler.
a tube on here, a cooler, and measure the flow and pressure drops and stuff like that. So there's different.
I didn't even know that existed.
A lot of cylinder head guys will do it. So if they pour your head, they'll put it on a flow bench. This is basically a flow bench. We use the cars or the trucks like however the customer would use them, and we make sure we go above and beyond. So we even know if something goes wrong, customer service knows
Yeah,
how to
the
fix
highest
it.
extreme of whatever.
Exactly.
You're doing,
So
just make sure.
extremes on both ends. Extreme colds, extreme weathers, extreme hot, extreme beatings, like everything. We try to replicate any scenario that platform would have. We'll do stuff. We'll fill catch cans with blow by or whatnot and filtering materials and let them freeze in the freezer here and put them right in the car and try to run them. Things like that. We'll do like cold weather testing, leave things outside for a week, frozen solid, see how the temperature performs on a warm-up cycle for a rad. A cooler, if any of the coolers have extreme moisture condensation like the Fords kind of do, leave them outside, make sure the coolers don't freeze and break. Like, so we do all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
Everything here is cool.
Yeah.
we try to think of like what could go wrong scenarios, and we go like extreme on them. Yeah, this is actual like a studio curtain, and we had it across the street, and it actually dampens a lot of the noise from the dyno, so it doesn't really echo on the ceiling and all the way up to the offices. So, and then we did a lot of video over here, and it looks really good as a backdrop. But it's actually to catch a lot of the sound and muffle it, and just kind of contain it. And it does. You don't see the wall that's all black from any soot from the diesels or whatnot.
It's important.
We built this dyno fan.
So we built this. We built a cooler
So
for
we have something on the dyno jet. We can raise it, lower it. This is spec from like a high-rise AC unit that sits on the top of a skyscraper. This provides all our needs for trying to replicate airflow outside. It's not a wind tunnel, but we can get certain mile-an-hour speeds that we need to test coolers and do like a lot of stress tests on heat and heat rejection. So the engineers kind of spec this out, and eventually we'll have it linked to like a VFD, so it'll increase speed as the engine or the car increases speed on the dyno jets or the dyno pack.
Do y'all have like a wind tunnel in the making?
I can't say.
Okay.
Can't deny it or confirm.
They're expensive.
Very expensive. So, but we do a lot of bench testing for coolers, and we'll use this fan. We'll use custom ducting, and we'll take a lot of measurements. It can be kind of sketchy to do all road testing, especially for truck stuff. So we do a lot of bench testing, and then we do like tow testing with our big truck stuff. One thing we made for the dyno pack, because they're water cooled and we can overheat them real quick. We have a freezer with 4 intercoolers inside. So we run the tap water that comes in, and we turn this on, and it chills the water through the intercoolers and then gets to the packs. And we can do long race simulated tests without the dyno packs overheating, which was a common problem when we were trying to like really tax the cars out. Like we were making a rad for it, and we really had to like thrash it for a long period of time. The dyno packs would shut off because they would overheat. So we had to actually come up with something to cool the dyno packs while we were doing our rad testing. Using 4 intercoolers stacked together in here. So when we turn this on, this will freeze. It's full of liquid chill, so that doesn't freeze. And then as the water comes through each cooler, each pass, it gets pretty frigid. So it actually equals a 1-to-1 of whatever like the temperature is inside the freezer.
Look at this guy.
Don't
No smiles, all serious.
As he continues to smile.
You good? dude. I didn't have any clean
I
ones.
can't believe this.
How did I not realize that?
Mistake.
I didn't even notice until you just said something.
Oh, Tim, your signature's way better than
Do
mine.
you need a step stool? I have a step stool.
He might.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even lie. I might be Can you see this? Can you see this? No, don't pick it up. Yeah, pick it up there. I didn't know you could be able to hold it. It's recording now.
I don't even
Wouldn't be
know.
able to hold it.
I'm just gonna leave it like that.
I'm pretty much you.
You need a step stool. Hold on. I'll get one for you.
Where's your sign?
Oh.
2000. What's today?
Oh, you put the date on there?
Wait.
Why not?
Alright, you're the only guy, but that's fine.
I don't even.
Okay. Cool.
Like, what was Greg's? Like, no one, no, like, no one's gonna know who you are. Doesn't matter what year you get.
You were.
You're gonna go up there and read that.
I almost busted a sweat.
When you're famous, it'll be worth something.
Of course, he finds out he didn't have air. After all the shredding and
The rear is good. The fronts were just bad. Dude, that shit was like almost sitting on my rim.
damn. Crushing them chips. Double crunch, hot wings, ruffles. You always get the wildest flavors.
Yeah, you gotta get some weird shit.
Double cushion.
Oh, look at this, y'all. Yeah, it's a double cushion it because he's too little.
That's it.
A lot of sketch going down, but it's the only way to make it. And pretty much, we out. Trip it up.
Outro.